Hi guys. I am gonna wait a second for people to jump on. I'm obviously I'm in my car. I am outside of the neurologist's office here in South Miami. If you just saw, I just went live with Miki, our tiny little 4-pound Maltese that we rescued from Miami-Dade Animal Services, who was in the back of the kill shelter, not seen by the public, about to be euthanized, paralyzed. He could not walk. He was in a lot of pain. And I remember I was there picking up another dog, and I saw him, and I called Amy, and I said, Amy, we have to get him out of here. Even if it is to give him a proper goodbye, he doesn't deserve to die here. Because at that time, we did not know what was wrong with him. We just knew he was paralyzed. So we saved him from Miami-Dade. We brought him down here to the neurologist's office in Miami, where they did an MRI, and they found that he had a slip disc, which is very fixable. They rushed him from the MRI directly into surgery. That was back in March. They repaired the slip disc, which is basically they go in and they scoop out all the disc material and everything around it to repair the area. He did not need anything major as far as like pins and rods and things like that, because it was just a slipped disc. He went to his foster, Barbara, who you saw in the earlier video, who has taken amazing care of Miki, because he is not an easy dog. He is a biter, and she has cared for him since day one. She has dealt with a lot with him. But she loves him. She knows he's a sweet boy. He's just been through a lot. He's just been in pain for Lord knows how long prior to us rescuing him. She went through the entire 8 weeks of extensive rest and rehab for him, being in a cage for 4 weeks and then carried out and back in to go potty, out on a leash, in a harness, no walking, no nothing, and then slowly graduating up to being able to walk on a leash, things like that, till recently when he's been great, and he's been happy, and he follows her around the house, and he chases a ball and brings it back. It's his favorite thing in the world to do, is to play ball. And then a week ago, like Wednesday, not a week, but Wednesday of last week, she said, he's just not feeling too good. I think his back is spasming. We got him some pain meds. We took him to Dr. Clark, got him on some prednisone and some gabapentin, and waited to see if it was just a spasm, that it would calm down. And then yesterday, she said, no, he's in a lot of pain. So I called down here, couldn't get him in. This morning, she messaged me at 7 a.m, was like, can I go to, Clark as soon as they open? He's in a lot of pain. I said, yes, absolutely. I called Dr. Clark. I said, he's coming in the minute you open. Gave him a shot of Torb. Myself and Amy immediately were getting on the phone with the neurologist down here to try to get him in. The surgeon that did his surgery is not here till Friday. We knew we couldn't wait that long. We were able to get him in on an emergency appointment, so me and the foster rushed him down here. And this is where we're at. They did the exam on him. They believe, it is another slipped disc. Could it be something else? Yes. But what they believe with his responses to everything is that it is another slipped disc. In order to diagnose that, he needs an MRI. The MRI, the high end, is $4,200. If he has a slip disc, they're going to take him straight from the MRI to surgery, just like they did last time. If it's not a slip disc, they will call us and let us know what the next step is, whether it is to do a spinal tap to test for meningitis, or if it's, something else, they'll call us after that. But if it is, and that's what they believe it is, then he'll go straight into surgery. The problem that we're having right now is that the estimate for that is $7,000 to $8,000, just like it was the first time. In order to leave him here right now, to get things started, to do the blood work, to sedate him, to do an MRI, to check to see if it is a disc, we need to leave $7,000. The estimate is 7 to 8. We need to leave right now $7,000 to do this. So I jumped back on to talk to you guys, which I normally don't do because I don't like putting my face on camera. But I jumped on to beg you guys. I put on a $25 challenge to beg for you guys to please donate right now, whatever you can. If you can donate $25, please do. If you can't, even $1 will do. We need to come up with $7,000 right now to be able to give Miki a shot. He is in such pain and he is not walking. And if we don't come up with this money, our option is to walk out of here with him. And that's no quality of life for him. So that is why I jumped back on to speak to you all again, because I know I ended the other video kind of abruptly because she came back in with the paperwork, with the estimate, with me having to come up with $7,000 in order to leave him here right now. So that is why I decided to come back on and to tell you guys again the story, to reiterate in case somebody didn't catch it the first time, or jumped on late right when I was getting ready to turn the video off. I wanted to jump on again and tell you all again. This little boy, he's only a couple of years old. He's already had a horrific life. I don't know why his disc was slipped the first time. I don't know if it's trauma related, and that's why he's a little bit of a difficult little boy who has some trust issues and you know, some bite issues. He's bitten his foster quite a few times, but she's stuck in there. She loves him. She sees the good in him, the good side of him, and she's willing to go through all of this all over again. The 4 weeks in a cage, the carrying him in and out, she's willing to do it all over again for him, to give him a chance, because she loves him. She believes he's a special little boy and that he deserves this now third chance at life. But unfortunately, money rules the world, and we can't just say, yes, we want to do it, but we can't afford it right now, or can we make payments, or can we don't have that option. The only option we have is putting down $7,000 right now to be able to start this surgery. So I'm jumping on to beg. I did a $25 challenge. If you can donate $25, thank you so much. If you can't donate $25, you can only donate $5 or $1. Every dollar adds up. Every dollar adds up. So thank you for all of you who have donated. It's a really hard spot to be in. It's a really tough spot to be sitting there staring at his little face and having to go, well, what do we do? Because we don't just have $7,000 laying around, and it's an expensive surgery, and it's not something that we can put off because we can't let him sit in pain. And it's a really tough spot to be in when you're sitting there petting him and looking into his eyes and talking to him, and you're with his foster, who has been his foster for 6 months now, who's been through this with him once before and has come through the other side and knows what a sweet boy he is, and you know, loves him and holds him and feeds him and does everything possible to give him a good life after this last surgery. And now she's in the same spot again, and you know, she's looking at me with tears in her eyes, and you know, she's willing to do it all again for him. And then it comes down to money. It's, you know, we're all here, that we're ready to do surgery. You know, she's ready to go through all of this again, but we have to come up with the money. And it's just heartbreaking. It's just heartbreaking because so many people don't even have this option that we have to be able to jump on and ask for help. So it's just a lot. Thank you. I'm seeing some comments show up now. Susan, thank you. Vicky, thank you. Sharon, thank you. Mabel, thank you so much. Barbara, Elaine, Andrea, Susan, Lana, thank you so much. Sherry asking for the phone number. This hospital doesn't do that, unfortunately. It's a neurologist office. I don't believe they take donations over the phone, unfortunately. Carol, thank you. I'm just scrolling. Thank you guys again so much, everybody that's donated to give him another chance. Pamela, thank you. Liz, thank you. Vicky, thank you. It sucks that it comes down to this. It really does, that it comes down to having to put down so much money in order to give him a shot. But unfortunately, that's where we're at. So, that's why I wanted to jump back on to, again, reiterate what exactly was happening from beginning to end for anybody that didn't catch the first video or jumped on at the end. So I decided to come out in my car and jump back on and do the $25 challenge. So thank you all for always being there for us and for our dogs, because we truly could not do this without you guys. We don't have this kind of money just laying around. You know, we're running 2 rescue houses. We have all these dogs. We've got critical parvo puppies at LVS right now. You know, Lord knows how much that bill is going to be for a huge bill like this, a huge unexpected bill like this to pop up and it basically be a life or death choice is really tough. So I want to thank you all that have donated to give him this shot. It is a $25 challenge I put up. The donation, the PayPal link is on this video. Thank you all again. This is his only shot. They are going to go in and do the MRI. If what they believe is wrong, which is a slip disc, is exactly what it is, then they would take him directly from the MRI onto the operating table and do surgery. If it's not a slip disc, then they will call us and discuss other options. But they do this for a living. This is what they do. They believe it is a disc, and they believe he will need surgery. And as I stated, in order to do that, it's a $7,000 to $8,000 bill with $7,000 needing to be put down right now in order to do it. So, thank you guys. Thank you to everybody that donated for him. He's such a special little guy. And he's not an easy little guy. But he's got an amazing foster who loves him, who has done wonders with him, and is willing to do it again, to give him this shot. And then, you know, it just comes down to the money. So, thank you all who donated from the bottom of my heart. I've been through hell and back with this little one from the moment I laid eyes on him at the shelter, and then brought him back and forth to his appointments here, through surgery here, back and forth with his foster, and now here we are again. So it's been an uphill battle for this little guy. So he holds a special place in my heart. So I thank you all very much for donating. Please share. As I stated, we need to come up with $7,000 right now in order to do this. So I'm going to sign off now. This is Tiffany at the neurologist's office in South Miami with Miki, who is needing another MRI and potential back surgery. 100 plus abandoned dogs, Everglades, Florida. Thank you guys.